We are pleased to interview now the director Alexander Farrell, director of the documentary Refugee that will be released next year.
The documentary itself, as you know, is called Refugee, and I started in Turkey and made all the way to Germany with the people fleeing war, the refugees. And when I went back to Greece, I met Nazim and his two boys, Hamoudi and Ahmed. The borders in Greece had been shut at that time. Now what happened was his wife Rafa had left from Syria first because he was sick and he didn't want her to take the boys. He wanted her to get to Germany, find asylum, he'd follow. When she got to Germany and filed for asylum, he then left. But he left too late and the borders were shut. So now he currently is stuck in a military base in Greece trying to get to his wife, and the reunification process is incredibly difficult. He's been there for months and months
with
and
the
months.
Children.
Yeah. And one of the boys, Ahmed, has an immune disorder, so the camp is making him sicker and sicker. Nazim itself has a terrible back condition where his spine seizes up and he can't move all the time. And it's really quite sad.
So they're all within the vulnerable refugees category.
They are. We interviewed, multiple organisations about the situation, and they all say the same thing. The system is overloaded, is inundated with these cases, and they just simply can't move people out fast enough. So his next meeting is in the middle of November. That's just the next meeting. So he's not going to be over there anytime soon, which is incredibly heartbreaking. But the life jackets, to me, the last time I saw these jackets, it's different. I get a little bit upset, but the last time I saw these jackets, they were on the back of people. They were on the back of people fleeing war, people who have put their kids, have put their wives and their mothers and their grandparents onto boats in simply search of safety. And that should be one of the most simplest things that should be expected of us as human beings, is to make sure that we're all safe. And we all just want the same thing, right? We all just want to survive.
What do you think about the UK in particular, the policies in the UK toward the refugees crisis?
I think everybody could be doing slightly more.
Slightly.
I try to avoid talking about the politics of it, but do I feel proud to be British in the eyes of the refugees? Do I feel proud about what my country's doing?
Mm-hmm. How does it feel working with refugees?
Well, just working with people. I always find it weird. Refugee is just a human being, right? It's the same as me, same as you. There was a part in the film where one of the lead characters goes to a woman who was working for an organization. He goes, "I'm not a refugee. I'm just like you. I have legs, I have hands, I have eyes, I have ears. I'm just a human who wants to be safe." And it's sad. How's it feel to work with refugees? It feels... I'm a refugee. I'm a refugee. I have backgrounds from Ireland and I moved to England. You're a refugee. You're a refugee. You're a refugee. Everyone watching this, if you track your ancestry back far enough, you're a refugee as well. It's the oldest thing in history is migration. Cavemen moving from caves to better caves. People moving from warmer climates to grow their crops. We've always been on the move. We've always been searching for a better place to live. I don't know why people think this is like some new movement of all these people trying to come to... No.